Hello, and welcome to this practical class to guide you through learning a breathing technique, or perhaps even a lovely little moving seated meditation that you can practice to cultivate calm and sweetness in your day, releasing the worry and stress that you may be feeling. My name is Trinati, also known as Mother in the Wild, and I not only love to practice this breath technique for my own well-being, but it is also a delightful one to share with children. In fact, for the many children I have had the honor of teaching breathwork to around the world, this is everyone's favorite. My own two children, as well as my students, could begin understanding how to properly do this sequence at about 3 or 4 years of age. It is also a very accessible way to approach the concept of seated, silent meditation, as it has a very special way of taking the brain and the body on a little journey inward. Whenever I practice this pranayama, which is the Sanskrit word for using breath intentionally, I am transported far from whatever was worrying me beforehand. It allows the mind to settle and helps to down-regulate the nervous system, moving us away from a panicked, fight or flight, up-regulated state. This specific breath technique is used to begin slowing down and deepening the breath, serving those of us who may suffer from anxiety and stress, as it works to calm the body. If ever I am trying to support someone efficiently in moving through or away from a state of stress, this is the breath that I guide them or myself on. My wish is that once you have learned this specific sequence, you will be able to add it to your personal, your parenting, and even your professional toolkit. Sharing these types of accessible resources or tools with anyone who could use more options for self-regulating or managing stress and worry will benefit our homes and families, our schools and communities, and of course, our future generations to come. In this class, I will teach you my go-to breath for getting into a sweet state of calm. It is called Amrita pranayama, which means the breath of nectar, or sweet nectar breath. The children in my world know it and love it as the butterfly breath. As we practice it, I'll invite you to imagine anything in your own life that inspires a feeling of sweetness, reminds you of something that brings you simple joy. Now, for the purpose of actually beginning to experience the many benefits of this breath practice, we will practice the entire sequence for a few rounds, lasting a full minute or so. When I am guiding my more experienced meditation students, we often settle into this for at least 11 minutes. For younger children, I offer them at least 5 or 6 rounds to start. So if you're watching this while multitasking, no judgment, though I will ask you to pause the video here until you can pause yourself for a few moments while we tune into this breath. That could mean simply putting down your pen or chopping knife or baby if you would like to practice the hand gestures or mudras that make this sequence so special. But definitely inviting some stillness into your body as we begin to settle into ourselves, becoming more aware of the connection we have to the foundation which supports us, becoming more aware of our breath will be helpful. So take a moment here to get comfortable. Perhaps you're sitting on the floor, propped up on a cushion, or in a chair, or maybe you're still standing. Feel into all 4 corners of your feet if that's the case, or the base of your spine, your 2 sits bones, or perhaps where your back meets the wall or furniture supporting you if you're seated. Take a few full deep breaths here, filling your lungs and releasing these few breaths fully, relaxing your pelvis, your shoulders, your jaw. Just settling into this present moment. Beautiful. Even if you've never ever meditated before, this breath is so simple. You don't need any previous experience to get the hang of it. All we're going to be doing is sipping the air ever so subtly through our mouths. This is where I make the suggestion of a butterfly tongue unfolding to sip in the sweet nectar from a blooming flower for the children who are eager to learn this breath. So we will simply sip the air in through our lips slowly, softly, and steadily. Good. At the top of the breath, we seal the lips, closing the mouth, and exhale slowly, softly, and steadily through the nose. For young children, I offer the chance to hum this breath out as it encourages and reminds them to seal the lips. As we practice this, the focus is only on the breath. We feel the air entering our lungs. We open the heart center and lift the chin slightly, staying absolutely present and concentrated on the breath. And that's it. Sipping the inhale through the mouth and then exhaling through the nostrils, nice and slowly. Easy, right? Now, let us make it extra sweet by learning the moving mudra, the way we'll use our hands with this breath technique. This is the part that children especially appreciate, and it is the easiest way to begin our meditation journey. If it is available to you, please bring your hands into sort of an upside down triangle. The 2 index fingers and the 2 thumbs come to touch. The thumbs are on top, around the belly button height, and this is the start position. As we begin the inhale through the mouth, we'll press the palms of our hands together, directing them upward, and then we open the palms to what is known as the blooming lotus mudra in front of the heart. This is where the 2 baby fingers and 2 thumbs, as well as the heel of the hands, remain connected. The rest of the fingers will open like the petals of the blooming lotus flower. Then we continue raising the lotus up to the forehead height. We'll open the palms, pressing the baby finger edge of the hands together, and unfold the arms back down like we're making an offering to the earth before we begin again. I like to imagine myself giving all of my worries away to be dissolved back into the earth. So once you get the hang of this sequence, the gaze of the eyes can play an important role as well. To really sink into the wonder of this practice, the eyes will draw inward and upward toward the space between the brows and back a bit toward the center of the brain. This helps to remain present, focused on this steady point within. So feel free to keep your eyes open, and then, as you're ready, try closing them down and finding your inner gaze once you catch the rhythm and flow after a few inhales and exhales together. So sitting up nice and tall or standing, that's where you're at today. Bring your hands to the start position. We'll practice a few rounds here now. Part the lips slightly and begin to sip your inhale. Press the hands together, open them up to the blooming lotus. Lift the chin, the hands, till you reach the forehead. Now seal the lips, press the outer edges of the hands together, exhaling through the nose, and unfolding the arms to begin again. Steady inhale. Seal the lips, exhale through the nose. Inhale. And exhale. Offer your stress away. nose. Feel free to close your eyes and gaze inward at the brow point as you continue moving through this sweet sequence. I invite you to begin visualizing things in your personal life that do bring you joy. Imagine the people, places, opportunities, all the sweetness that surrounds you. Beautiful. Allow your palms to flip to turn facing up and just rest on your lap. Take a moment here to simply notice. Observe your inner self. Notice any shifts that may have occurred energetically, emotionally, subtly. Ask yourself, how are you feeling right now? Good. Go ahead and open your eyes and allow a smile to spread across your face, your heart. If you have enjoyed this short and sweet practice, I encourage you to set a timer for just 3 minutes to start. And then the next time you want to try it, set aside 11 minutes. You'll be surprised at how fast the time passes. 11 minutes. You'll be surprised at how fast the time passes. Make sure that you can stay seated comfortably, perhaps propped up on a cushion or a rolled up blanket, or on a chair with your feet planted firmly on the ground, or maybe even outside on a fallen log under the sky. And even more accessible, just use this breath without the hands the next time you start to feel your heart or mind racing, or when your child is upset and needs something to help them soothe. You can offer the image of sipping through a straw or the butterfly's tongue, which looks like an uncurled straw, to help them embody the feeling of drawing the breath in slowly and steadily through the mouth, supporting them in the down regulation of their nervous system. Since our breath is our greatest resource, the one thing that is always with us, using it to transform and transmute and move through our energies and emotions is such a powerful tool. There are obviously so many breath techniques to learn and utilize, but I wanted to share this one with you today because of its popularity and its effectiveness with both adults and children alike. So enjoy. Have fun with this pranayama and allow yourself to really travel inward, finding sweetness and your deep seat of calm and presence within. For me, the greatest gift of this breath technique is witnessing the children in my world embracing this power and using it in ways that support them in their rich daily experiences. Thank you so much for joining me and allowing me to share this treasured tool with you. Until next time.